I just want to put this message out there, particularly to women and particularly to underrepresented groups, whether it's LGBTQ, whether it's an underrepresented minority group. Get out there, direct, and tell your story, because if you don't, somebody else will.
The movie is fantastic. I don't think I've laughed that much in a movie in a while, and there's so much depth and emotion. You did such a great job on it.
Thank you.
What was it about this movie that made you want to make the jump from writer to director, and how does the storytelling style shift?
This movie came about because Cherry, Teresa, my co-writers and producers on this movie, we've been friends for a long time, and we would just hang out together and crack each other up with like nasty dating stories or stories from our friends, our like completely unhinged, ridiculous friends. And we thought, we're professional writers, like we can put this movie together, and we set out to make the kind of movie we wish we had growing up. So in terms of jumping from writer to director, I think what gave me the confidence to get into it was that I knew the story forwards and backwards, and that if I didn't do it, somebody else might not tell it the way we wanted it to be told.
And then you've worked with some great directors over time. What is some advice you got from them that you applied to Joyride?
I'm so glad you asked that question. I had to put myself through at-home director school because we shot during the pandemic. And I could not have done that without the mentorship of my dear director friends. First and foremost, Jon Chu, who had directed Crazy Rich Asians. And he would spend hours on Zoom with me. And one of the most important lessons he imparted was to be really present when we were shooting. Because as a writer, you exist in many different, time frames. You exist in the past of just like the movie and, the future of like, future scenes you need to like put together. But as a director, you are fully in the moment with your actors, with your characters. Are you communicating like the emotions and the joy that you want to in that scene? And that really helped me throughout the whole process.
This is truly an ensemble comedy. Like, everyone has their moment to shine. Everyone has an arc. How do you achieve that and really make sure it doesn't become just one person's story?
I wish I could take credit for that, but really it's a testament to our amazing cast and the genuine, authentic chemistry they have together. If you have interviewed them, if you have been in a restaurant with them, be prepared for noise complaints, and to have the best time of your life. That they had just set such an authentic dynamic and relationship with each other, and they brought that onto set every single day. We set out when we were coming up with the characters and writing it, that we wanted to make sure that each and every one of those characters had a real arc, that even though they might be in these heightened situations, that they were all kind of inspired by, real experiences and real people. And all our actors just, again, had the genius, like comedic talent, plus that authenticity and heart, and mixing that all together, that's what you ended up with on screen.
I love it. And then we actually spoke to Awkwafina a little bit ago about if she'd be interested in a live action Raya in The Last Dragon. Is that something you would want to tackle now as a director?
Oh my gosh. I'm always looking for what the next awesome story is on the horizon. But the idea of Awkwafina, like in real life being Sisu, I don't know how you say no to that.
I love it. And then what was kind of the most surprising part for you of directing?
How much I loved it. And coming out of that, I just want to put this message out there, particularly to women and particularly to underrepresented groups, whether it's LGBTQ, whether it's an underrepresented minority group. Get out there, direct, and tell your story, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Well, the movie's fantastic. I can't wait for more people to see it, and I want a sequel.
Yay! Yay, yay, yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.